And we're live.
And there's Lucy's butt.
Stewie over here, got Roro and Bella down on the floor.
They all got their snacks.
They missed their mommy and they had their first male pet sitter.
Ooh.
Everybody got along with him just fine.
Lovely. Hello, Ona.
How are you?
I'm
Hello,
good.
Lori
How
and
are
Ona both.
Is it super hot down there in Florida? Are you having a lot of?
I think it's about normal. I think we tied the record yesterday, and I think there's another day this coming week where we might tie again, but it hasn't been like over the records. You know, we're
like
not getting the
Arizona.
normal rain that we normally get. They're getting it more on the other coast, so it's messed up. Our weather's messed up, but you know, we're Florida. As Johnny would say, Florida.
Florida.
Florida. But Kamala came down here and gave to Satan a what for?
Somebody needed to.
Did she really?
Trying to rewrite history in the schoolrooms on the slavery and stuff.
Yep. She said he's trying to gaslight us and we're not having it, in her Kamala voice.
Ooh.
And DeSantis said she's crazy. That was crazy.
Oh, he said that was crazy instead of
going
crazy. Like, yeah, you know what? That's such ridiculous. I hate when people do that.
He's going down in flames.
I know. See, so I'd expect some retaliatory language that's pretty strong if you're going down in flames, right? Good.
Yeah.
I was reading an article where he was going after Bush again, the Bush beer, Anheuser-Busch, and I'm like, okay, you've already attacked, Disney. Busch Gardens is a huge tourist attraction. Also, it's like you're just going to kill all tourism in your state.
I laughed so hard. I remember when we first came to Florida, and my uncle and my aunt lived here. So, of course, the rest of the family starts to come down, right? Because we lived in Illinois. So we have 3 Illinois people here. And then Johnny is just a nomad. A loving nomad. But when you go to Busch Gardens, I mean, the brewery was right there. You got free beer. I mean, you went in to the brewery and you saw how all the stuff was made and you got a beer.
And the beer garden was free beer. At the time that I went to it, that's been years ago, but
yeah.
Wow.
But he's like, how dumb can you be? Literally, how dumb can you be? Like,
I don't know. Has he ever watched The Birdhouse or, like Miami? Does he ever travel like outside of his little bubble?
I don't know.
None of this makes sense to me. I mean, it's just surreal. It's like a bad cartoon. I changed the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after last week where we were reading about him smearing snot on the old man in the wheelchair, it was like, oh my God, he's just tacky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's going on with you this week, Miss Ona?
This week, hopefully, I will get this house contract signed and over with. I mean, we're just like in that the inspector saw it kind of thing. And I'm going to go shopping for condos and then I'm going to work.
I have to catch up. I missed your video with Victoria Skirbo that you did, I think, last week or week before.
The Cancer new moon, I don't know how it affected you guys, but it was a lot of purging of emotions, and it came out pretty much in every type of fluid. I threw up, I cried, and now I have a productive cough. So
see, Johnny, that's what I was doing in the airport. I was purging emotions when I was shoving people out of the way to bear hug you.
Out of my way.
Get out of my way. I got a bear hug to give.
Knock me down.
That is not what you did, but okay.
She wanted to use that excuse. You should.
I was coming down the escalator, and I saw one person first. Shout out to Hi Mary if you're watching. And she said, "Oh, there's Jen." And then there's like these sea of people, and they're all up here. And then there's one person way down here because she's like 4 foot nothing. And then she's like trying to get through. She said, "Can't these people see I have a bear hug to give?" Get him. She's like pushing people like Stonehenge, just knocked them over. And like,
I was telling Beth Cat in the room, I was talking to her. I said, I don't know what happened. It's like every thought in my head came out of my mouth. I don't even remember saying the crap that came
because
out
they
of
wouldn't
my
move. And it's like, hey, where there's a will, there's a way. Get out of the way. So
I was like 2 seconds from like literally pushing people over. I said, if somebody had tried to restrain me, I would have like bitch slapped them and knocked them out. I don't know what happened. I gotta give a bear hug.
Oh, that
I was out of my mind. It was like an out of body experience.
It is surreal, right? I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy that you know each other and have such a like amazing friendship, but you haven't met each other
in person, face to face. Yeah.
in person, face to face. That's so just, I know, I think it's super cool.
Yeah, the friendships from YouTube are amazing. Lori, what you got going on this week?
I just did study class for Tarot class. It's going very, very well. I have some really sharp people. I have really sharp people in every class, but they're really clicking right along. And Tuesday at my normal time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, I have Denise from Spiritual Growth Tarot joining me. So that'll be fun. And I have readings available. So if anyone wants to do a reading, they can meet up with me at thewayofpositivechange.com.
Awesome.
What about you, Johnny?
Nothing.
He's recovering from me being there all week. I'm still trying to dig my way out of the food coma that he put me in. And Edie, and shout out to Edie. Thank you for putting me up and getting us around everywhere. Oh my God, there's so many good restaurants in Portland. Not one bad meal, and they just stuffed my face till I thought, I don't want to look at food for a month.
Wow.
It was awesome.
First of all, this use of the word they. They did not study. If she means they, she means her left hand and right hand, as I said. They stuffed her face.
Meat, pig, and tater.
We did take you to some very nice places, though. Places I've only been to, I think, 2 that we went to. All the rest of them were new to me too, but we didn't have anything bad. Y'all didn't have anything. Me and the Indian food, we're still working things out, but
He tried it at least.
I do try it. I really did. I didn't hate it. The samosas, we can't get down like that though, but I had butter chicken, and then they made me eat lamb, even though I protested. And that was good too. So
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
They know how to do good lamb. Yeah.
Yes. That just sounds like an odd thing to eat because I'm not a lion. So I'm like, why do you eat
know. Yeah.
And you
We
had
don't have lambs in the country. It's like,
and you had some naan.
I did, but then it's bread. You
Did you put
sugar
good
on
stuff on your naan?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Just ate it like it was.
Because you can get it with garlic or chili sauce.
Oh yeah, we had a
Yeah.
plain and a garlic.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a nice experience.
You're lying. You're such a liar.
I won't. I mean, it was. I won't repeat it, but it was nice. It ain't one of them things like, ooh, let's try that again.
Either you like it or you don't. Are you one of those people that doesn't like cilantro, the flavor?
Yes.
Okay, you're not going to like it then. That's like coriander and cilantro are kind of baseline ingredients in a lot of that food.
I didn't mind the butter chicken because it had a slight sweetness, tomatoey taste to it. The lamb was a savory, so it was very good there. It's just it was the samosas. It was just full of spices that just when you put it in your mouth, it was like aerated. It filled everything. It went straight to my nose. I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
The rest of it was fine, but no, I don't like cilantro. It tastes like something.
There you
I
go.
mean, you know how when you walk in an Indian restaurant, the aroma of all the spices hits you as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, the
And I turned to
curry.
Johnny. I said, "Are the aromas getting to you already? Because it's quite aromatic with all those spices."
As soon as they opened the door, it was like, whoosh, here's the
Yeah.
smell. Like, oh, this is gonna be special.
You go home smelling like that.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. But it worked out. It was okay. It was.
So thank you to people that were booking readings while I was gone. I got caught up yesterday and Friday with, or yesterday, not Friday, with approving the readings. So everybody should be approved now that had one in pending status. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go to jenlintarot.com. I have some openings in August.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, if anybody's going to Portland, one of my favorite things we did, and it's free, was the Rose Garden. Oh my God, Ona, we talked about you a lot at the Rose Garden. We're like, Ona would know all these, plants and everything, but it was free to the public, and it was just stunningly beautiful. It was in full bloom while I was there.
I wore this at the greenhouse all day. Like my last day. And I know, and I talk like serious about stuff with people, and they were just looking at me like, you know what you're talking about, but you look so goofy. I'm like,
Your Mother Earth.
it was my
Halo.
last.
But it was gorgeous. Like the colors and the smells and the variety of roses was just incredible. And we went to the Japanese gardens also, was gorgeous, and did the river cruise.
The roses over by us, even the knockouts are new this year, but I would grab some petals, I know, and I would shove them in my water bottle and drink it all day. It was nice. It was really nice.
Rose water, so nice.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
Well, let's start out, since we've been talking already about the Satan. And by the way, Becca is still traveling. She's with her cousin, so that's why she's not with us tonight. We'll be on Johnny's channel next week. We'll get back into our regular rotation. Becca and I flipped while I was traveling. The Satan has been firing a lot of his staff. How's his campaign going? Will he drop out before too long, or how's he doing?
Will he drop out?
Will he end up dropping out, or how's this campaign going? Because he's firing staff and on his campaign, and his polls he keeps crashing in.
Oh my God. Okay, there we go.
For all you cilantro lovers out there, have you ever tried culantro?
No, what is that?
It's like cilantro to the 5th degree, to the 5th power. It's called culantro. It's a larger leaf, and it's stronger. It's really, really good.
Ooh, I love cilantro, like on tacos and things.
Yeah, my son grows it. You have to use it sparingly. It's very strong. Really, really, really good. It's called
We
culantro.
tried everything from the food carts to the restaurants and everything. The food carts are all over the place.
Oh, I love food truck food. Oh my God. Is culantro spelled with a C or a K?
I think it's C.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look for that. So what you getting, Miss Ona?
I'm getting that there might be some conflict with his wife. I've got Queen of Pentacles and him, so I don't know if it's money, right? Or their relationship that's struggling. But I have him walking away, and maybe he's partying too much, walking away, 8 of Cups, and 8 of Pentacles, and then 3 of Pentacles. So if the Pentacles are dropping off, it could be a financial thing that suddenly drops off for him. You know, we went from Queen to 8, you know, so it could be a money thing, but I think it starts with a relationship conflict in the house there.
What you getting, Miss Lori?
I think he's afeared. And I agree with Ona. I think she wants this so bad she can taste it. She could taste it yesterday. She could taste it. But he doesn't feel the power. His power sticks on its side. So I don't think I've done a lot of readings on him. I don't think he stays in by the end of the year. I think he's out. By the end of this year, I think he's out.
Wow. What you getting, Johnny?
He is creating a mixture that will last after the campaign. This may just be part of his destiny too, but he's creating some things that are going to present problems later on. So there's your culprit. Get out of here, light. So here's your mixture of things. Your drunken sailor. These are your potentials. Alcohol is not dangerous. A gun is not dangerous. The thing you do with those things is what makes them dangerous. And so what he is creating is a situation to where he is going to have some problems that last longer than his ability to get rid of them. And then the people on his team here with the Hermit and the Page of Swords and the Hierophant, they don't know how to get to the presidency. And so it's like he hired people who may know how to run for governor in Panama City Beach or something. But running for president in a state you don't live in with people you're not familiar with is a whole different thing. And the people he has around him do not know how to do that. So how is his campaign going? Very bad, and is going to continue that way. But I think it's meant to, because he is going to be facing some things that he is not really prepared to deal with, which should serve as an example of what not to do in the future.
By the way, for those watching, the black and white deck is called the Deck of Characters. If you're interested in that, I think it's deckofcharacters.com where you order it. I ordered a deck for Johnny. It just screamed Johnny.
That's really cool.
It has places, tools, and characters, people.
That's the cover.
Pretty funny.
He's about to get burdened by something we don't know about yet. I think, Johnny, this is going to lead to your question you had about him, because he may be working with some people on dark money and have somebody doing his bidding. He's got secrets that are getting ready to come out. He's in bed with somebody that's keeping him in the race. Somebody's jacking up his ego. He thinks he can beat Trump. He thinks he'll last longer than Trump. But he's done when a woman surpasses him. That'll be when he walks away.
Could this be a sex scandal? Because Laura, you got Empress.
I did.
And Jen, you got the Moon. Those are all feminine, like a sex scandal or something.
The Lovers too.
Oh, and the Lover, and I got the Lovers.
Let's ask.
So this might be a sex scandal.
Let's ask. Is there anything?
What's his stripper name?
Ugh. Ugh.
I posted cards you want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His stripper name is Knife Hole.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you dip in the pudding cups.
Oh, I can't.
Your stripper name, Snotty Pudding Cups.
Did you see where he was being interviewed and someone said your numbers aren't doing, and he said the proof is in the pudding? He actually said that. Actually said that.
The poop or poop.
The proof is in
the proof.
the pudding.
I was going to say the poop is in the pudding too. Thank you, Margaret.
So what's the next?
Let's ask it. Is there any
Sex
uh,
scandal. Gonna
sex
be
scandal or anything
gonna pop out.
that's going to come
I
up
don't
with.
know, but I feel like my hands are sweating. I bet there's some kind of weird. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to conjure up those cards that are going to be positive for this, but I'm thinking somebody who's that nasty doesn't have a harassment.
Oh, I did not just get that card.
What? Share. Hurry.
I have gay cards because I program them. And I got a man on the bottom and a man on top.
That's it. That's why he's so mean to that community. That's why.
Ooh,
He dressed up for it.
I get a yes. And the strength card, I'm going to stop there. What are y'all getting?
Oh, stop.
He got a sex scandal coming out.
Yeah. And I'm going to stop when I pull the world card, and that was just 3 cards away. So.
He did hang with Gates, Sheila Inquisitive Tarot. Yes. He and Gates were like this.
Maybe a little more like this than this.
Yep. Yeah, maybe he
He's
even
much
traveled with them.
younger, much younger. He's already targeted. Look, I have a target on him, and that's the Knight of Cups. That's a surprise, right?
Is that a person in a wheelchair?
He's on a bicycle.
Oh, a bicycle.
Yeah,
It's like there's the old man he rubbed snot on.
yeah. Cups. He's a young guy, and the King of Pentacles. So ew. They're ew. It's over. The world card. It's over.
All his anti-drag, anti-gay, and everything, that would just be
Wouldn't it be?
hysterical if some kind of scandal came out about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get yes.
Karma, baby.
Yeah, he's judged and he goes. Yeah.
That was
What you
very
getting,
positive.
Jenny?
Mhm.
I get no. I think someone sues him for more like discrimination, like gender discrimination. So not necessarily harassing her, but picking on her because she's a woman. is what-
Okay.
That's to come though with the Wheel of Fortune. So it's not here yet.
Let's ask Johnny's question because oh no, that was about the mayor. Never mind. There's something about the Satan and dark money that I always get that's going to come up also. But will he finish his term as governor? His governorship ends in January of 2027.
Lord,
Is it?
please help me.
Ooh,
Just help me now.
really?
So he's
That's a
got
long time.
3.5 more years.
How? Yeah, that is a long time. Is
Does
gonna
he
finish
finish
up
his
this?
term?
Wait, governors are supposed to be governors for 6 years. That sounds too long. Maybe it's 2025. I might have that year wrong.
Now I have to Google. He gets 2 terms. That's 8, right?
Yeah, so it's a 4-year.
I thought governors serve 6 years, or is it 4? Yeah, senators are 6, governors are 4, so 8 total.
8.
So he was just reelected in 2020, right?
22, right?
2022. So he's
He's
so
in
he
there.
would
I know
serve
he's in there
through.
for a long time. He just got back in.
Yeah, so he would be through 2026. So by the time they install the new one, it would be January of 2027. That's right. Okay. God, he does a lot of damage fast. So is he going to finish his term as governor? There's Somebody gonna get fed up and run him out of town.
God, I hope. Can he be impeached?
With all the Republicans in the state legislature, I doubt it.
We still haven't recovered completely down here. We still have the school right next to me still has all buildings tarped. The school, the grade school. And he's took a whole team of people up to Vermont. Granted, Vermont needs help and they flooded. But come on.
Well, he's not the
Hurricane
governor of Vermont. Fix your own house first. Sir.
Hurricane Ian was September 28th of last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, somebody needs to kick his butt with white boots on.
With M&M symbols on there.
Yes. What'd you guys get?
So far, it looks like a yes to me.
Me too.
Hit the ruler. There's his length of time there. But he does have a lot of challenges. Someone is brewing something behind the scenes here. It's going to be more political theater, though, even though they have a point because he's destructive, but it's going to create a lot of news headlines more so than stuff. Because in the tarot, I get the Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Justice. Someone is bringing something against him, but it is just more theater, so forth, than it is an action that will stick and then separate him from his office. But there's that.
What you getting, Lori?
Yeah, I get a yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get, the last two outcome. Yeah, yeah.
What you
But-
getting?
I think he's going to be sued. I think he has some big lawsuits coming.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got like, just give me a yes, no, and this is definitely writing out your term, right? The 10 of Cups. And the other two, Queen of Swords, so maybe something in the lawsuit, business, and some disappointment. And eventually at the bottom from another deck, because I wanted to say no, So I tried another deck and it was 8 of Cups. So he'll walk away after his 8, right? His term, those 8 years.
I'm getting a lot of aces, which are yes cards for me, but they're also 1 year cards for me. But I get he does hang on for 8. He'll be shunned though, so something is going to come out that people are shunning him. I do get he's got legal problems and put in defense mode here, having to protect himself. Something about dark money people don't like. Again, something maybe sexual that they look at him differently. They'll be ready to push him out at the end of his term, but I do think he'll finish it. So, because of the Satan, will Florida see a blue wave in their state elections in 2024? Maybe more Democrats getting into their state legislature?
Johnny, is that whole deck of owls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's called the Tarot of Owls or something like that.
His new deck he bought this week.
We went into metaphysical stores,
Yeah.
which I don't recommend if you have a problem with shiny things. I'm walking around, ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's $178. But thank you to Jen. Jen bought me this, first of all, and a whole bunch of crystals out of the crystal store.
What is it?
Say it again, pyrite, I think. Right.
Pyrite. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
nice.
Then I got this too,
Nice.
And then beautiful.
and then a whole bunch of other. I got a bunch of rose quartz and amethyst too.
And your rings.
Yes,
You know, Johnny and his rings.
I got goldstone rings.
Patricia Todd would like you to tell her what your favorite store was, Jen, and Johnny.
Wow, we were in one metaphysics shop, crystal shop called not Fossils. What was it?
It was something along those lines, though.
Something like Fossils, or
That wasn't.
that's not the name. Shoot. It was awesome, and they asked if they could videotape us. I said, "We're YouTube personalities." They were like, "Oh, what? Really?" Yeah. We had this great conversation with them, and beautiful things.
Did you bring your mushroom?
I don't have it handy.
Was it in downtown?
Here's where I unpacked my bag. I got a little mushroom.
Was it in downtown Portland?
It was in downtown Portland. Not
Fossil something.
Fossil.
I don't remember.
What's another word for fossils?
I think that's what it was. It was fossil something.
A
That one was
dinosaur?
really cute. And then what was the other one we went to with Becca? Oh,
I don't remember that one either.
I can't remember the names.
Because mind you, we were not necessarily looking for names of the fossil cartel. That sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah. That one looked like they just crammed as much in a tiny little shop as they could on a little side street. The other one we went to with Becca was really pretty and
That's what it was.
a
The
little
fossil
more
cartel.
spacious.
That was the one. Fossil cartel. That's what it was called.
Portland has Mystic District.
I don't know, but they have more metaphysical stores than I've ever seen anywhere. Well,
Yeah, there's
anywhere
3
I-
in one block, it says even.
And then Powell Bookstore was just amazing. Like, how many stories is it? How many floors? And
or
yeah, we're going in 20 directions at once. And if you can imagine Becca in a bookstore, it was hysterical.
uh-huh.
It says there are many, many in the Portland area. Wow.
And there are a lot of stores categorized as jewelry stores. The Fossil Cartel, I think, is one of them, and it's actually a metaphysical store because it's got a lot of crystals in there, but they do have a lot of jewelry in there too. But it's not. I wouldn't deem it as a jewelry store, but that's what it's listed under Google as, is a jewelry store. So
Wow.
a lot of the ones we bypassed because we thought they were jewelry stores instead of crystal shops.
Oh, hey, Becca. Becca's in chat.
Well, hello, Miss Becca. What was Becca's stripper name?
Yeah, I'm still in food coma. I can't think. I tell you, I got food up to here. I can't. My brain is like.
I have no idea.
Because Johnny's was
Johnny's Pig and Taters.
pig and taters.
Becca renamed me. Mine came out as Seductive Hornblower in the video, but Becca renamed me Pork and Beans.
She renamed you Pork and Beans because she couldn't remember what mine was. And she
Yeah.
thought that was yours was.
It was too good a name to not give it to somebody.
Okay, so
What was
is
the question?
Florida going to have a blue wave now that DeSatan has shocked the hell out of everybody?
Oh, Becca's saying she found a cool oddity store in Portland too.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, I love those.
I have to go back and listen. We laughed so much on that silly video we did together. I can't remember what we named Becca her stripper name.
Okay. I think that there are some people that will get through, and it's shocking, but there's still a red lining around the blue. So it may be a little purpley, but not blue.
Interesting. You had a tower card. I got a tower card followed by the hangman.
Tower card too.
You got a tower card. And this was the first card. It was the 4 of Wands, but that represents the home, the family, the party, right? Tower, Hangman, and defending themselves.
I get no. It will not be a blue wave.
It'll
The
be a
King of
purple
Cups. Well, the King of Cups in the Death card, he does change the outlook and the landscape, though. This is not going to go unnoticed, and it's not. I don't. This is not in the reading. This is what I'm saying. I don't think it's just because he's a horrid person. I think because of his effect upon Florida business. In that part, people will vote with their pocketbooks and their emotions, and so. The Knight of Wands and the Judgment, it does progress, though. There will be some more progressive pockets. Remember, somebody turns 18 every day. And so there will be some more progressive pockets, and that stuff will start to loop throughout the country, actually, too. And here with the Lover's card in the Tower, some do break up with him. I think, too, his run for president will have some effect upon the landscape in Florida, too. Because he is going to say things and do things on the campaign trail which change some hearts and minds, I think, in Florida. And that's where you get that Lover's Tower High Priestess. There's some potential there for things to go awry. We just haven't seen it yet. It hasn't been revealed just yet, but it ends in the Hermit. And so we will see it. We will find that answer eventually. Not a blue wave, but you will see some hearts and minds start to change at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm getting like, they're going to reap what they sow. I do get that there's some lies or discrepancies in the election. I do think the Democrats will grow here, the honest and open people. So a lot of them will come in with the loving cup. There's going to be a lot of money put into these elections down there. A lot. And I get they'll be having to look into some, like fighting for the seats. So gerrymandering or whatever, or crooked, whatever they're doing, they're going to have to probably go to court on some. But the King of Cups for me, a lot of times, and Queen of Cups can represent Democrats. And I get they get stronger, but not enough to like rule. So I do think they'll be stronger, but I don't think it'll be a blue wave, so to speak. Getting there. So Rand Paul's law offices caught on fire Friday morning around 1:30 in the morning. A historic building in downtown Bowling Green, Kentucky. His offices, a store, and something else in this building caught on fire. The whole roof is gone. Was it deliberate, or was it mechanical, or was it, did somebody set it on fire? Is it arson, or was it something else?
Maybe he had some of those classified documents.
Somebody trying to burn some evidence?
Who started the fire at Rand Paul's?
Because the fire chief is saying it'll take months for them to figure out what caused it.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
The fire chief
I mean,
in
that's
Kentucky?
like, don't even say anything if you're going to talk like that. That's a pile of crap.
They can tell if chemicals or something have been used.
The pattern, the fire, the intensity. They can get an accelerant sniffing dog. Come on.
Months. I mean, there's things they could rule out pretty quick once it cools off. And it was a pretty big fire. I mean, they had, I think they said 6 fire departments came to it. It's pretty big. And at 1:30 in the morning, that's a weird time. Like, nobody's there.
The other place was called Wyatt Moon, the other crystal shop.
Oh, yeah.
Page of Swords and the Lovers. There's the liar, gossip, rumors, the spy, But I'm going to go with there's something here with the Lover's card. Someone is not telling the whole truth. There's some half truths, some alternative facts may be issued here. Why? Because I also get the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords too. So there's a scheme of some sort to throw something out or to get rid of something that is no longer useful. The Three of Pentacles, there may be a collaboration of some sort. So this is not like one guy who flicked a cigarette and then oops type of thing. The Justice card is here too. So there will be a process to this. I don't see anyone going to jail for this though. There may be someone detained and questioned with the Four of Swords. And it ends in the Nine of Pentacles. Someone reaps a whole lot of benefit from this though. I don't know who exactly, but whoever it is was manipulated with the Magician. So I don't think any of this was happenstance. I think this was on purpose.
What you getting, Nona?
Yeah, absolutely. I got somebody went in. This is the Death card in the Bosch deck. See the fire stick?
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's like a group of people maybe. But definitely there's an accelerant there. He's blown it through the thing. It was deliberate. And I don't know what they're trying to hide, but there was something that needed to be destroyed. Let's just say something needed to be destroyed. And deception is the end of it. Okay, deception is the last card. Talking out of their donkey asses. Right? That's all. Listen to me. To spin the story, the real story.
Do you guys think that it was someone trying to help him or hurt him? Because I'm getting some stuff here.
That's a good question too. Because I didn't get, I don't have a clear answer to that from that read. But
There's some
We'll ask
gossip.
that. For you.
Okay, so there's some gossip. I definitely, they're trying to either shut him up or get ahead of somebody else leaking something or something. So there was definitely this Seven of Swords here, and somebody was paid.
But you know what? I shuffled and the Seven of Wands fell out. I put it back in. And then after I did the read, the Seven of Wands was on the bottom. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to come out. But it came out before I asked the question, and that's why I put it back in. And so I wondered, too, if he was defending against someone. Well,
yeah, because I got it tipped.
Because I get there's the whistleblowers maybe in court or something brought something up, and I get somebody in charge of this fire trying to make it look like different in the structure of the fire. So whatever it is, but there's definitely accelerants used and
Yes. Fucking yes,
something
man.
sneaky, and I get that Ten of Swords too. So
And the Seven of Swords. You got both of those, yeah.
Yeah, something sneaky. So let's ask, was it done to help or hurt Rand Paul?
Okay.
He may have pissed somebody else off.
Is this the same one that got punched in the face?
By his neighbor.
Yeah.
For the lawn or bushes or something?
Yeah. Wasn't he on the lawnmower?
God.
I wonder if he got knocked full off.
The card say it's a secret. Seven of Swords again.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I got it again too.
Yeah. So
I did too.
Mm.
9th place.
hmm.
You know, I'm almost wondering if somebody like stole something out of it and then set it on fire. Like took evidence. Because there was evidence there, but they were also sending a message. I'm getting there was accelerant used, so I'm kind of getting both, like bullying him, but also seeking that evidence. So ultimately, it's going to hurt him because I get he loses, and I got the burden card on the bottom. Ultimately, it burdens him.
Yeah.
What do y'all
I
do?
wonder if it's insurance related or, yeah, something it was intentional to destroy, but it was a secret. The first that this like flew out, the hermit card. So gaslighting? The gases keep coming up. 4 of swords, 7 of swords, up to 10 to destroy. And the last one was the 9 of pentacles to destroy him, maybe financially.
Huh?
Gold coins this time.
Hmm.
I have another question after this too,
Okay.
because I want to know now, is something else, like if you were to do a personal reading for him, he just told you his office is burnt down. Do you see any more disaster coming his way type thing? Because if this was set by him, then he controls that outcome. If it was done to send a message, maybe they'll send another one. Because I get the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. What I don't get here, this is why I'm asking that question. I don't get any court cards. So I can't say, oh, there's a man here plotting something, or there's a woman here doing. I can't say all that because it's not in here. But I get the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. So this may be something that is just beginning, but it has a timetable at the same time to where, because I also get the 2 of Wands below that. So somebody planned this, and they are doing possibly another round of something in a different place or in a different way, like hacking something or something of that nature. Because I get the 7 of Swords, the Death, and the 9 of Wands. It's meant to cause pressure. And so in the end, is this done to him or for him? I think it's done to him with the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. This is, unless it's just made to look that way. I think this is done to him and not for him. Because his word of warning is the Star. And so this is not pretty, and it's not going to be pretty going forward. Getting all the same cards. What happened?
Yeah, and then we all got the 7 of Swords again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got the Devil, and I think they had, it's like, I think what Onus, like they had to get something out of there first, like to kill something, to kill a story, to get something. He had something, they had to get it out before. But it was, I get that it was done to him. It was done to put him in a lurch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is there anything new coming his way that is also disastrous?
Let's see. Remember, Rand Paul's the one that Lucky Girl's posting the link that delivered the letter to Putin for Trump. Maybe he had a copy of it.
Or disaster.
I was doing a personal reading for Rand Paul.
Would there be any more disasters coming Rand Paul's way?
There's so much security in the way of this image.
Somebody wants him gone.
Yeah, they do.
It's like psychological torture is what I'm getting.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
They're trying to scare him.
They want to bring an end to him. That's for sure. What you getting, Johnny?
Yeah, there is, and I got a court card this time. There's a man behind that, and in here I got the claw, so there is someone using aggression or force too. The 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, so someone I think is being paid to do something, to take something out or push something away. It is meant to discourage and not necessarily kill, I would say. Discourage is a nice word. You can use whatever stronger word you want after that. But I got the 5 of Swords, so the win at all costs, and the dishonor, the bully card, the 6 of Wands as well. They are an important person in their realm, wherever they are. The King of Cups. So this man here is the one behind all that. And it ends in the Magician and the Justice. There may be a show of force, as in I can do what you can do, because he may have underestimated someone. And whoever this person is making also decisions on possibly taking something very, very valuable from him, whether it's just cash or opportunity or something that he can build upon, though, with the 9 of Pentacles. And so very valuable. And almost like a hacking his accounts or something like that. And so I think there's going to be another little poke, like a ringing of the doorbell and a horse's head in the bed type thing. So this is the beginning, I think. Hope your life insurance is paid up. That's all I'm saying. Stay away from windows. Windows are bad.
What you getting, Nona?
If I were reading on him and he were on the other side of this desk right now, I would tell him that there's somebody abusing power around him. Okay. And that is the Devil card in this deck. Always abuse of power there, right? And the 7 of Cups. So if those two came up together right away in a reading, the best gentle way I would say is someone's abusing power around you, to be careful for that, because, and I get the Hermit again, right? There are secrets that they're trying to get leverage over you. That's what I would tell him in a reading, that they're trying to get some kind of leverage over you and trying to get you to walk away from something you love doing. That's what I would tell him.
What you getting, Lori?
Yeah, I get a male as well, like Johnny. And they're bigger and more powerful than him. And he's really hitting the wall. And I think that there's another planned issue, and it's going to be at another 4-walled structure.
I'm getting there's another attack. Somebody wants the end of him. They're not happy with him. They're seeking him out, and their emotions are overrunning. Give it a couple of weeks. Tower card. It would not surprise me if it's somebody that works with Republicans.
Wow.
So I don't think it's somebody on the other side of the aisle or a constituent that's a Democrat. It's somebody that works with Republicans, wants him out. And they're going to use force. They're going to pay to make it happen if they have to. But yes, something else will happen.
Okay, well, I hate to keep beating the dead horse. So can we ask one more question?
Yeah.
What did he do? That
All
was
right.
so egregious.
What happened he done?
And not what he do to us, but what he do to this person.
What did he do to this person?
That they would start taking
If they
actions against him like that. If all of this is if we're even slightly right about somebody doing this to him and it's not just happenstance or, a wire gone wrong in the wall. What did he do to spark all that?
He stole their stripper name.
Sparky.
It does. I see in the comments people are talking mafia boss and mob I saw pass by. And I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up with the comments, but it has that whole flavor to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The whole like mafia thing and blowing up the, just because they're competition in a way.
What did Rand Paul do to the mafia boss?
What did Rand Paul do to
Piss him off. Piss the
piss off
person
the
off.
buddy?
Mafia boss. Oh my gosh.
It was his office building.
Uh-huh.
Well, his office was in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he owned it.
There's 2 sets of offices in it, and then there's a store downstairs. But it's not his ophthalmology office. He's an ophthalmologist. It's his legal office, so to speak.
Does he even do that anymore? I don't even think he does that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He was an ophthalmologist?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he was acting. Remember in COVID, he was in Crown Bug. He was acting like he was all a big doctor, and he had all the medical nuances.
Oh,
and
you know what? Oh, please. It is somebody from his own party, you guys. This is not the first time Ten of Cups has come up in a different deck. It's somebody from his own party.
Huh. I think he crossed an ethical line.
Verbally?
Like he broke a rule. And now he owes them. Or he owes them and he needs to pay up. Maybe he'll get the Chariot's here. He could get run over by a lawnmower.
You better watch his Chariot. The wheel might fall off.
His brakes might not work.
A little accident.
Or in my chariot, he can get stampeded by cats.
That's what happened to me when I came in
I
Saturday.
bet it was. Hey, where you been? Thought you was going to the store.
Thank you, Patty.
Um,
You
I
said you were
think-
only going to the store. You're gone 6
for a
days.
whole week. Well, you did go to the store, just in another state. That's all. The Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. There is in the Four of Wands, Justice, Chariot, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups, Page of Swords, Strength. This seems to be that he offended someone. They were trying to twist his arm and make him do something. He has evidence of that. And then he didn't do it or didn't comply with whatever request that they had. They tried to literally strong arm, and because that's in the word of warning. And then the Page of Swords is in your word of solace. So there's some manipulation, or they were trying to get him to do something horrible. And with the Ten of Cups, I think it was a family thing or someone that wanted some kind of favor from him. He didn't comply, and this is a message. This is also, they needed some sort of advantage over someone else too, because the Chariot is bringing opposites together. They needed an advantage over someone. He was to give it, and he didn't. And it may have something also to do with real estate itself, like a building or a property or some sort of forgiveness of something or something of that nature. got a property in there somewhere. And so I think he just offended someone because he wouldn't play dirty politician for that in particular person.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if he owns other property that they might target. Because I'm getting something about real estate, like looking at real estate too. What you getting, Lori?
Oh yeah, I went already. He crossed the line.
Oh, that's
The
right.
line. He broke a rule. He didn't follow the ethical leader. He didn't do what he was supposed to do, the way the tradition says, and they're gonna run him over with a lawnmower.
I get there's money laundering involved.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
corruption, something overseas. You know, it's involving something international. It was sending a message to him like, "Hey, you better change." And I get there's also Republicans that are putting him in defense mode. So there's something he's changed that he's saying about international whatever. They want him out. They're going after him.
Mhm.
Again, I think somebody got evidence, so maybe they're going to try blackmailing him or something. But they're bullying him. They're pushing him. It's not in his control.
I have it. He spoke the truth about something, and all the cards Johnny got, like the same cards, and then just from another deck, just pulled, like, what was it? Did he squander money? What do you think?
Is that the 8 of Pentacles?
Not 10.
10.
Family legacy.
Well, his dad was a politician too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe
he
the whole
owed them.
family's involved.
Yeah, he
Some
owed. Yeah, the devil was on the side.
The money thing. So maybe the fire was to collect insurance. I don't know.
Guess we'll see if he makes the news again.
Or to inspire him.
Mhm. We'll see.
All right. We have to go here now. MTG showing the nude photos of Hunter Biden for entertainment purposes. Only YouTube. We do not condone this. Well, there's two things. The ethics committee's looking into it. Will anything be done by the ethics committee, like censoring her, kicking her off the committee?
What happens to MTG for showing the nudie pic?
From the ethics committee, and then we'll look at
So crass.
so trashy. Just, and it had nothing to do with his legal issues. So he can definitely sue her for revenge porn.
So is the ethics committee looking into it then? Are they going to go?
They've been asked to look into it. So
Because I know his lawyer wrote something. Okay, so what will the ethics committee do to MTG?
will they ignore it, or will they give her a slap on the wrist? Or
He can sue her.
That's already in the works.
Yeah, he absolutely can sue her.
defamation and revenge porn.
MTG with the ethics committee.
Ooh, fell on the floor. Let's see what it is. This one fell on the floor, flew out. I'm not going to pull any other cards. The world, she's out. She's out. Beginnings and endings. I'm going to say.
They want her to they want her mouth shut. So they're closing the mouth of the lion. Here, the magician over the strength. So is that a censor or shutting her up, taking her out? Ooh. There's a big fight over this. She does a face plant. Face plant. Oh,
Good. Thank you.
she thinks she's going to get away with this, though. She thinks she's going to wiggle her way through it, but then I think someone shoves her in the mud.
She hasn't been raising as much fundraising as she used to. So,
I think she gets reprimanded in the story. Like she didn't get fired. She didn't get wrote up. She didn't get put in detention. I think she gets reprimanded. It ends in the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands. There's some sharp words possibly. It begins in the Eight of Cups and the Devil. So she is going to be isolated because I think she has to find some new friends and new horizons for her to take because of her actions, because she's not getting better. And it's one of them things to where you can kick her off of that committee and this committee and that caucus and this caucus, but she's not improving anything. She's continuing to be unnecessarily nasty to everybody, even other Republicans. And so she's going to be isolated. She's going to have to find a new port in the storm here. But I don't see her given, like, being let go or censored or impeached or stabbed in the heart in the middle of the floor or nothing. Just
it'd be like trying to shut Trump up, you know?
That's what that is.
I see that way.
Mm-hmm.
That backstabbing. I get there's going to be more illumination on this. So I have justice and gaslighting. I get she hangs on. They may take an action against her to try, like, oh, stop spreading the lies, something verbal to try to block her from telling the lies, to push her a little bit. But in general, they work with her. She's got strength on her side, so I don't think anything will happen to her until she gets brought up on like fake elector stuff.
When
all that comes out, she's got major legal problems.
She needs an evaluation.
Very bad.
Like,
Yeah.
beyond.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A little.
She's not okay. I mean, this is not just theater. She's not right, period.
No.
And she's in our government. And that's what's bad about our system is something like that can exist in such an important role.
Because we would never keep our job if we did that in our workplace.
You can't do that at Walmart, let alone Congress.
I wonder in the spiritual realm if it's okay to ask for a most benevolent outcome for someone to find a nudie of NTG.
Okay, stop. I need a mint.
I kept thinking, all the things they accuse other people of doing, they've done themselves. And I keep thinking there's going to be a nudie photo of Lauren Boebert and MTG. And
gotta be. Somebody's gotta find it.
This trashy woman,
Yes, Trillium, brain bleach. Thank you.
People have the right to film themselves having sex if they want to. There's nothing illegal with that. So her doing this was just totally bullied.
He doesn't even hold an office. He's not like Don Jr. or Eric or Ivanka or Jeff.
It had nothing to do with paying taxes.
He doesn't even have. He's not holding rallies. He's not.
So, how's it going to go for Hunter Biden? Cyberbullying, revenge porn, civil case against MTG. And all this AI stuff, somebody could make something about MTG. And
I know. It could be a very easy Photoshop on a beast, and it was seamlessly.
if you can find a porn star you could replace the head on, if you can find one that only has 3 toes.
Whatever you do to a Photoshop picture, I bet you it'd be better than reality. I guarantee
Yeah.
you.
Jace Harnage said it would be too traumatizing.
It's like those pictures they did of all of the homophobes when they dressed them up as drag queens. And it was Lindsey Graham and DeSantis and Mike Pence and one other person. And they all was like full blown drag dresses and everything. They was good pictures.
Lindsay's was the best. So how's this going to go for Hunter, Johnny?
The Tower and the Hangman. This something gets worse here. So something's about to break open in this. I don't know what she's planning next or what she did, or like the effect of it possibly had something he can also take to court. The Four Swords and the Judgment, 7 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, the Moon. Like there's something under the surface that's about to erupt that's going to make this entire situation a lot worse than it is. I don't get the case here at all.
For
Something
him or
else
for
is-
her? Wait, I'm lost. Are you
For
asking?
him.
No, whatever we're asking, this ain't saying nothing about it. Something else is, we were asking how is his case going to go against her?
Yeah,
And so what I get is something else is about to happen. I don't
to
get
her.
it for, yes,
To her.
yes.
Okay.
Or just in this situation. I'll just say it that way.
Okay.
But since she's the one perpetrating the crime, I say it's for her. Because I have the things that are like, there's something under the surface with the moon. But it's going to be revealed by some show of force or some accident, some slip, something by the Tower. The Hangman, there's another way to look at this, or this is going to add to the troubles. And so there's something else coming. And it's something she done in the past, which is probably this. So she may have released the video or put the video online somewhere, and that can be tracked. Or she posted pictures somewhere, and that can be tracked. There's like something else she does that makes things worse.
She did put it online somewhere, the photos,
And
and
she sent
they
it out to her email list, to her constituents.
right and didn't block it to people underage.
Mm. Something gets worse because of that.
Maybe her
Her
ex-husband
actions.
will help us.
Well, that's what I get.
What you getting, Lori?
I get that he wins. He wins. It's a tough start. But he wins. Absolutely. 100% for me, he wins.
What you getting, Miss Ona?
I don't. I actually bounced off your question. How is this going to work out for Hunter? That was what the narrative going. How is this going to work out for Hunter? And I got the same cards Johnny did. I got the Ace of Wands. This idea turns to shit. Mala. In this deck, it's like all the bad ones, like just stuck together. I don't know if it's a new idea, the zeitgeist, something. There's a shift. Something happens. And then I started another deck because I'm worried that maybe this might cause him to relapse or have some kind of accidental overdose or something like that, that it affects him personally, and just that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I get he wins. He'll get the judgment, but I get there's a whistleblower on MTG. I get she may have a break with her boss, which would be Kevin McCarthy, for sneaky stuff that she's doing and lies that she's doing. So I don't know what's going on in that relationship with McCarthy, but there's a break. But he wins when this is all done. He wins.
She's gonna post something. Her words, it kicks something else up again, though. Like
So let's
flies in the air.
Let's ask what else is MTG gonna do?
All right.
Let's ask that. Like if you were doing a personal reading on MTG.
I'd run out the room and stick hot wax in my
I would
ears.
burn. I would get one deck. Nobody touches the cards but me. And I'd burn it when she left the room. I'd have to spray and everything.
Well, yeah, you could say, I am not the reader for you.
You sit there like this. You get your selenite bowl, and you just
I actually would probably enjoy reading for her.
protect my crown, please.
What are we
How's this
asking?
going to work out for you, MTG? Let's see. I'd probably
Like,
get into it.
what's her future, or what other bad things?
What other things is she going to try to stir up?
What else is she wants?
What other malarkey?
Whatever
She could
body part she has in her cauldron. What else is she gonna stir up?
What's wrong with that child? So I don't have this here. So take this hashtag grain of salt. But I wonder if she is going to attack his children. Does he have children?
Oh.
Yeah,
I wonder if she's,
MTG does.
no, does he have children?
I'm pretty sure he does.
Oh yeah, he does, because they were doing the fireworks. Yes.
So, because that's not in this read, but that is what I get the impression of. I get the moon and the high priestess. This should not be in public, whatever this thing is, because it was not made for public consumption. But there is something under the surface there. The Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups gives me the impression that this may have something to do with his family. And it's not Joe, because you can attack Joe all you want to. He's the president. He's the person who has to take it. He's the lightning rod for all criticism. This seems to be like someone who is not public eye, like his children or somebody like that. The Chariot and the Two of Swords and the Hangman, again, this adds to the issues, but it also halts whatever is going on for them to have a different perspective, for them to then do something else. The Temperance card is the calm down, the pull back, because there's going to be a conversation about the vitriol of politics again. And so this has nothing to do with vitriol and politics. This has everything to do with the crazy person with the Twitter account. And so we've seen that before. Word of warning is the Fool. And so this is not thought out. This is something that she's just going to do, but also she may be attacking the innocent. And so I think this has something to do with his wife or family or ex-wife or children or something like that.
What you getting, Lori?
I get the same thing. Pretty nasty stuff coming after it. And did he pay money when he was doing drugs? Is he a deadbeat dad? Did he, when he was doing drugs and he was away, he didn't, there was a money issue. Yeah. And the claim that he didn't. It's just, I don't want to talk about it even.
What you getting, Nona?
She really has a lot to pick from. Apparently, his past has got more dirty secrets than we know, and we're going to learn more things. So there she is. Okay, right there. She literally has a bunch of things she could pick from.
What is that card?
Rasputin,
Okay, I thought it was saying loser, like
the
oh,
magician. Oh yeah, right. That would be her anyway. But Rasputin, I mean, if anything, that would be her personality trait.
ugh.
He's just waiting to drop a dime on this guy. Anything. She has so much to pick from. Right?
I get two things that she's got up her sleeve. I get that she's going to bully the crap out of like Bobert, dark-haired woman. She's already like planning it because she wants people to look at her differently. And then I get that she will go on the attack with a man. And I think she'll probably try to say he's a pedo or something, that he's involved with children.
Yeah, okay, so maybe that's why the child card's here too. Why not? His dad is, right? For entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Someone should just put her head on one of those little troll dolls. Put her hair green and stick her head on a troll body.
Unbelievable.
Put her on a bank counter or something.
So there's a new code of ethics to monitor SCOTUS, to try to get some rein in SCOTUS. Will it pass? Will the new code of ethics pass so they can rein in SCOTUS?
Who's doing that? White House and Durban?
I know White House is.
That Dick Durban doing that?
Yep. Will their bill pass? Will the ethics bill? Supreme Court.
And Republicans not voting for it are basically saying, we don't care about ethics.
Never did. At some point in time, like year 9096 or something around in there may be. I think this has more to do with potentials in money, like the Six of Pentacles donations in buying people and gifts, the Eight of Pentacles and the Lovers trying to buy someone at work, trying type of thing. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is an eventual change to something, but it is not an immediate change to anything. And so it's just one of those things to where time goes on and you can't speed it up and you can't slow it down. You can't reverse it either. So you just have to wait for that thing to align. But the good thing is, Wheel of Fortune tells you it will get there, but in its own time. So something is written out in the stars that this thing is going to happen at some point where the Supreme Court will go through a change. So if somebody wanted to do some huge futuristic astrology chart for the Supreme Court, they'll probably see that change in there with the Wheel of Fortune. But it's a ways off, I think.
What you getting, Lori?
I think they're wishing upon a star, and they took some hopium before they got up there to declare their bid for this bill to go through, and then I think it doesn't go through. No, maybe later. Too much of a struggle. They get beat up. It's eclipsed by other things. Other things happen, and it's just like thrown up.
What you getting, Nona?
Yeah. Well, here are the articles, okay? It's written in blood there to try and change the zeitgeist, right? And everything else comes in pairs and then the number 4. So it seems like there are some things they won't give up on. They keep wanting to change it and alter it. It's too strict. So they're holding on to some power, right? And then, what is this? The 2 of Wands, and then the 2 of Pentacles. So there'll be maybe some back and forth with trying to balance what it actually says. They're scrubbing through and they're like, no. They want to keep some things as is, and that needs to change.
Yeah. I get it would be really hard work. That they may have to wait on it. The gifts of money that are routinely given out that are a betrayal, to these judges. There's a lot of strength behind this. I get there will be celebration, but it'll be like a year from now. So in other words, it'll probably be blocked for now. But the time is coming soon. So I think it'll be after 2024 elections when we get the House back. They'll probably get it through the Senate and not get it through the House, something like that. But they're not going to quit. They'll offer it up again. So
yeah, I agree with that. The Five of Pentacles doesn't mean they quit. They're just not having a really great reception with their thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's what I get the impression of too with the Wheel of Fortune is the things that have to happen need to happen first. And it's like you need your presidency, your House, and your Senate for at least those 2 years that you get stuff done before we do our ridiculous flip that we always do. And so it's like those things need to be in alignment, and they may be predestined to where the Wheel of Fortune says, okay, here's your chance to do this, this, and this. Do it.
And they better pass all kinds of stuff when they do get the House and Senate back, because there's no reason they hadn't codified Roe v. Wade years ago. There have been many times, we've had the House and the Senate, so it pisses me off. It's like, all right, get off your blooming asses and get this done.
Right?
So the GOP tried to pin the cocaine found in the White House on Hunter Biden, who was nowhere near the White House. And Joe wasn't there when it was found. Are they going to try to frame him for something else?
Hunter or Joe?
Hunter.
Well,
it's kind of going back to that question we just did, but in a different way, because this is like the whole GOP has tried to pin it on Hunter.
Frame Hunter Biden for something.
So not just MTG, but the whole GOP.
Which, I mean, as horrible as this perspective is, if this is all they have, that means your Joe Biden right now, even in their eyes, is scandal free. To where all they have is Hunter Biden.
Yep, they have nothing on Joe. They're just going after his kids,
Yeah.
And isn't that just repeating itself? The magician, the magician, the magician. They're like trying, and this deck gets the conjurer. They conjure up as much as they can, which is just a distraction.
I get bribery. They're going to try to say he bribed someone or paid someone to control evidence or control people. The Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and Four of Swords to sort of like kill stories like Trump did with the Inquirer. I get bribery of some sort. The thing is, though, word of warning, Queen of Pentacles, there's no evidence. I mean, there never is, but there's no evidence here. So this is more, again, stories than it is you can produce something concrete. Because mind you, he copped the plea. So why don't you jump on that part and just hammer that into the Fox News rotation over and over again?
Right.
All other stupid stuff.
Yes.
But no, I think it's something to do with bribery of some little business deal or something like that. But there's nothing there.
What you getting, Lori?
I think they're going to say they're going to frame him for the Burisma thing or something that was overseas where he traveled and that his dad, maybe even that he got money behind his dad's back because his dad's on the side. So maybe Biden travel to the other place, judgment, more travel.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I can get was that maybe he got in trouble with drugs and his dad got him out somehow from the clinker. Some policeman, jail, building. money, crime, maybe something with that. Possibly.
Karen said they're already doing the briberies on Fox News. Well, there you go. That's what I get.
What you get, Nona?
Everything kind of leads up to the lovers at the end. So trying to, The Conjurer, making up a story, The Magician. Yeah. That's the last card. That was the one where I stopped. King of Books, again, sort of trying to like find stuff, doing research. Lori's confirmation or validation of something far away, something he did when he was younger, far away, overindulging. Okay. And the story from the Queen of Swords is about, again, that's the end card, the lovers. Choices he made, or it could be a relationship thing again.
Yeah, I think it comes back to lovers too, and maybe while his dad was in the White House as VP, something they're going to put him in defense mode over in China spotlight on. I'm getting that travel thing too, like traveling, moving, some kind of movement going on. And I'm getting the bribery thing too, like making up something about bribery. So maybe paying off bribes for the nude photos or something. So they're targeting his dad in some way, like Joe paid off something.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
This deck has an MTG card in it.
what?
This little deck of characters card.
What is it, a troll?
Close.
A what?
Yep.
A what?
Yeah.
So we found her nude picture. I'm going to post it on Twitter. Mercy.
Okay, so this is a Johnny question. The Miami mayor and presidential hopeful Francis Suarez, he made $10,000 a month from a developer for, quote, consulting work. The developer, Rishi Kapoor, is now being investigated by the FBI and SEC. So, did Francis Suarez, the mayor, is he dealing in dark money, pay to play? What's going on with him? Is he going to get caught up in the FBI investigation?
Mayor of Miami.
Who's running for president? Like you.
Moon on your hand.
Presidential hopeful. They're all hopeful.
Dark money.
Trump really messed y'all up. Man.
Oh, so bad.
God, no.
So bad.
You cannot get out from under that stage.
Oh my God.
You say that, and I got the full on the bottom. See?
What did you say, Johnny?
I said Trump really messed them up.
Messed him up so bad.
Like, man, that's what you have to fight. And he convinced half of y'all's voter base that he's the only way out. Like, it's just,
What's in that Kool-Aid, Johnny? What's in it?
Not like any other mayor. I see that there's a lot of baggage and a lot of opportunity for the same kind of scandalous stuff to come out, right?
Well, we were having a conversation over one of our many meals we had that last week. How tarot is one of the things that they have a set meaning. They're not like oracle cards. Oracle cards, you can stretch them out. Tarot does have a set meaning, but for the part of life that is not factored into a deck that was made in the early 1900s, you have to program.
Right.
And we said we never had a money laundering card until we started reading on politics, because that doesn't come up in everyday life. And there it is. So there is the Three of Pentacles. There is some dark money. The Six of Swords. He also funnels money through somewhere. And there you go again. So it's, yes, he is a one hand that washes the other. There's your Devil card there. Very pretty devil, but there's your Devil card there. And your Tower and your Four of Wands. This gets exposed, but only in businesses. So his name may be clean if they do a paper search. Now, I guarantee you, with all schemes in the world, there's a mistake somewhere. I don't know where it is, but whoever's looking for it would find it. So there's that. But to answer the question, yes. There's your High Priestess too.
What you getting, Lori?
I think so. I don't have the Three of Pentacles. I immediately felt that there was, okay, so I think this is going to come out. I think he paid, this is just me, I think he paid a judge to get a specific ruling. There's favors with a judge. But I do think, I think there's money, overseas money.
I agree.
Manipulation, and I think he's also keeping people poor and enriching himself.
I think he did that whole McConnell thing where he took forward money to help contract with this, and to make it look like he got a lot of money for the state or a lot of money for the city, a lot of money
To
for
make jobs, yeah, and then and then they get nothing and he gets everything.
Because he's boasting now his campaign trail that he is the person that saved Miami, and so that's his tagline out there right now.
What you getting, Ona?
I asked if this situation was going to impact him, and he's like one bad card after another. Like nothing is good. He's got so much baggage, right? He's got all this baggage. Then the World card, then the Hanged Man. I'm like, knock on death's door. Like, then the Devil. It's just like one bad thing after another, and then he's sort of laughed out of the tribe.
What is that? Five of what?
Five of Swords.
Oh, wow.
It's like, yeah, nothing came good out of this. And you guys started to talk about like money, like, could be like money laundering, baggage.
Yeah, he's a mini Trump. He's a mini me. Gifts of money and dark money involved, partnerships, lying about it, trying to get to calmer waters. I do feel like it's from overseas, this money. He may be pocketing it somewhere else, enriching himself, but give it just a little bit of time. And a little bit, I mean like 2 months max. I get DOJ or FBI or whoever strength on that. He is totally trapped and caught up in it. He gets the Tower, he gets Judgment, and he gets full exposure. So yeah, talk about bad cards. Sucks to be you.
Really hard.
Really harsh. And major arcana all coming out. It's like, wow,
yeah.
dude, you're in trouble.
You're slimy, Suarez.
So Eileen Cannon set the date for May 2024 for the documents case. Will there be further delays from that? Is she setting Trump up to push it off till after the election?
She's setting Trump to be in court on his birthday.
That's right.
That's lovely.
Will there be further delays?
So that the actual start date is his birthday?
Well, he's in June, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, because he's.
I think it's May 20th of 2024.
Any further delay?
Moonshine flying out.
So something quick and speedy, because I don't think this is going to take forever. But it is being challenged by the devil. And so there are some schemes that a lot of people are going to try to employ. And so will there be further delays? There will be further attempts. I'll say it that way. What's next is the Six of Wands. Something will emerge to where there will be a solution to things. The Queen of Swords is in the environment. And it ends in the Eight of Cups. So I don't think that these things stick, or whatever it is they're trying to do. Like he's got a hair appointment that day, or he need to get his toes did or something. But it
Takes him how long to do his hair, Johnny?
was an hour and 45 minutes. He's got to find the right possum. He's got to kill it. He's got to skin it and all that. So it takes a while. I ain't mad at it. But I think that this is not going to fly, but they are going to try to creating something, because in your crowning thoughts, the Empress, your attitude, Eight of Wands, are going to keep going and keep going and keep going. But I don't think it's going to work. They're going to try.
What you get, Nona?
The way I read the cards, it would be a delay into Cancer season. So I got the Chariot, which made me think, oh, the Chariot card, like it would happen sooner or quicker, but the Chariot is a Cancer card. The Two of Cups, an agreement, Cancer card. Nine of Water. All the water cards come up. So it would be maybe in a season where the sun is in the water sign. Cancer is right after that. That's Gemini season. So maybe in the summer. But that would be, yeah, because of all this back and forth, garbage. But maybe one delay into the summer. But the Cancer season is very highlighted there.
With the primaries, usually by May, June, you know who the final candidate is.
What's the defense? I found the documents in your bathroom, as well as other places. What's the defense? That they're his? That's all you got? And then he said, well, I didn't know they were mine. Or like, what do you think was in the boxes? Socks? Like, what's the defense? This should be over in 2 days.
Remember, his golf T-shirts were in the box.
He has the right to them. They were declassified in his mind.
Oh yeah, that great computer.
There is no defense. There's no defense. There's only excuses and absolutely no reason. So anything that it's just verbal vomit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Like this case cannot possibly last more than 5 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's how I interpreted what I got there.
What you getting, Lori?
I get that she's trying to, she's got her eye on a date. She's got a goal in mind. She's trying to move it. She thinks she can, she thinks they'll come up with the nothing. She's probably even told them, produce this, come up with this, say this, because she's trying to help them. I get a lot of water too, Ona. So I think, that could be, there's water in the three of, all four of these have.
Yeah.
Have water. There's even water in the Eight of Wands, even though they're flying through the air. I don't think it goes as far as she wants it. So, but I do think they will move it. They may move it a little bit.
Yeah, because my gut feeling, because I get something quick is getting ready to happen, so it's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah.
But she is definitely trying to protect him, and this is going to give birth to something else. Because if they get too close, like if he wins a bunch of primaries, then he's going to say you have to put it off till after 2024 elections if he comes out on top in these primaries. But what she's creating is chaos that she's ultimately going to lose here. So there is sneakiness going on, trying to shift this around. But I think, DOJ is going to like take this to another court or something.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like they're not going to play this game because the writing's on the wall. It's like she's definitely trying to protect him.
She's definitely trying to help him get where he wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Trump had a little moment with Carrie Lake at Bedminster. Quite a little kiss, even though it was on the cheek. There was a little moment, a little eye thing. What's going on with Trump and Carrie Lake?
What's going on with Trump and thirsty weird women? Period. Like what do y'all see that I don't see?
Is Melania noticing? What's going on with Carrie Lake and Trump?
They're at Bedminster because they're going to show that movie, right?
I forgot what all he was doing at Bedminster.
The Quackernon movie.
Were they watching Barbie?
Barbie.
They watching. Everybody's watching
Jared
Barbie.
was in that movie.
Freedom something or other, wasn't it?
I
forget what that movie was.
Lord.
What's going on between Carrie Lake and Trump?
Because it was like there was a look, that there was more than just the kiss, the touching, and
I gotta look at that if I get a moment.
Where did you see this? Yeah, me too.
Twitter, Ron, what's his name? Filikowski or whatever. He posted a video of it.
Let me see.
Is there any sexual thoughts going on between Trump?
MTG's out. He dissed her at Mar-a-Lago.
He left her on the tarmac. I mean,
he walked right by MTG. Carrie,
and that bright red dress. She couldn't have stood out anymore unless she shot off a flare gun.
right here, Donald.
Donnie!
Devil in the red dress. What's going on with that?
I see a picture from the New Yorker that looks like he's hugging her and she's like fake smiling. I think she's repulsed by him, and I think he pressed her boobs up to his belly.
A little harassment in the process.
He went right in.
Maybe her lip gloss smelled like ketchup.
Yeah.
You play too much.
She looks okay with it, but this is what I'm feeling, and I want to say she's putting on a face for this show.
So it's a one-sided, you're
I
saying.
do feel like it's one-sided.
Well, that's what he said in the Access
I'm
Hollywood.
by him. I know what he's doing, and he's making me mad right now. I know what you're doing, buddy.
He says when you're famous, they let you do it. He does that to everybody.
Oh, you bastard. You bastard. That's not even funny. You're so gross.
Mm-hmm. That's what he does.
What you getting, Lori?
I got one card. It's the big winky. He's attracted. He had a big winky for her. So
I don't think he can get one unless it's artificially enhanced.
he might have done that.
Well, he eats so little
Maybe
they wouldn't
just wanted
notice
her to-
anything.
Maybe he just wanted her to back it up, or side it up, or
Find a fitting room to throw her in.
yeah.
Here's the thing. She'd do it.
She would.
Oh yeah.
That's how disgusting she is.
I don't understand. What did you? I don't understand. Jesus, help me right now. I think she was there for some sort of agreement and contract. She wants to work for him. She wants to be close. Now, mind you, the Page of Pentacles can be some sort of document where you're trying to sign that you can have some money or have some things, campaign spot or something like that. Three of Cups is more social, and look what, Three of Cups is more of a social thing, but look what we accomplished together. She wants to be a part of his rise, and I do use that pun on purpose. She wants to be a part of his rise and his claim back to fame. Your advice, though, is stay away from people with bad smells and the dumpster fire. So this is not the place you need to be. You already have the warning. That picture that I showed y'all of it was Donald Trump dressed as a siren, the mermaids that beckon the sailors to their death type of thing. He's sitting on a rock, and floating towards him is Mike Lindell. Is that his name? And then there's all these little flags with Michael Cohen's name on it, and all these other people. Like, you can see the other sinking ships. See the signs. That's
Where
all I'm
is
saying.
this photo? I have to see this photo.
Let me find it. Well, that's what I got. She wants a spot in his world.
She's gonna sink in his navy. I get, she's very clear thinking, but she saw the illusion that he was putting up there. He manipulated her, so she was trying to protect herself. So yeah, it's like Johnny and me when I bear hugged him, right? But she's like, trying to fight it off a little bit. She didn't like it, but I get it was a romantic overtone that she was trapped in. Trump has been watching her for a while, thought, okay, I'm a party boy. I can do what I want. So, to Ona's point, like, it's one-sided.
So gross. Just absolutely disgusting. My phone is going to start on fire if I don't turn that picture off. It's so bad. I got that she was the High Priestess. It was the first card. She was playing her card, Wheel of Fortune, to get herself Queen of Swords, an appointment in the office with, and this is the King of Swords in this deck. So it's to try to appoint herself in a role with him.
Yeah. I got the Justice card too, but I just went with the big winky.
Like, and she would do him for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Prostitute herself for entertainment purposes
did.
only. YouTube.
She already has.
This is a great Johnny question. Cassidy Hutchinson has a new book coming out called Enough. Comes out in September. Will it reveal anything we don't know? And if so, what? Cassidy Hutchinson's new book, Enough.
New book, Enough.
What are you doing, Bella?
Will it reveal anything we don't know? And it does.
Well, that girl has put herself through some psychological trauma, huh? Death threats, et cetera, going up against that group. So, in such a brave way. I mean, wow.
All these people that never opened their mouth while they were in the White House writing books.
Oh,
And
every
talking
time
to Jack
someone. Yeah, sorry.
talking to Jack Smith and everything before they get caught up at it. It's like, why didn't you open your mouth? You had 4 years in there. You could have opened your mouth.
Yeah. It's like every time someone interviews Bob Woodward, I'm like, you're just as bad as him. You knew what was going on. You had all of this information and you sat on it until now. What? You're no better than him.
Mm-hmm.
I got cards falling out. What you getting, Johnny?
Will she sell anything we don't know? Not really. I got this. Well, there's Her experience, yes, because we don't know exactly what she went through, but that's if you're interested in that sort of thing. Because I got the son, so there is, yes, something we didn't know, or that she will reveal some things. Is it hard hitting and like, oh my God? No, not really. I'm challenged by the Six of Pentacles, which is the information you share. So she didn't give the size and color of anything. She just basically gave it's in the room and then some roundabout stuff because I guess she didn't want to be sued and all that. But it ends in the Fool. So she does reveal some more, like her interactions with Donald Trump, which would then reveal more of who he is. But we know who he is. So we're not really surprised by the things he does because you can't put anything past him at this point. And so I don't think it's going to be shocking and revealing, and everybody's got to get that book type of thing. Do what Rachel Maddow says, buy one copy and pass it around.
Yeah.
What you guys getting?
I've got the same idea that it's more of like a purging of her emotional status. Enough. Just the name of the book, I guess, made these cards fall out, right? So I'm thinking, why would you name it that? Because you've had enough. And it seems like, and there is Wheel of Fortune, just sort of wrote it to help her get over the trauma, like her diary. I don't think it really gets her anywhere.
I like that word, diary. That's what it feels like to me.
Right? It's going to read that way.
Mm-hmm.
Where this is a girl who went through a traumatic experience kind of thing. And we might be disappointed in the content because we want like bad words and juicy details and it won't present that way.
Yeah. What you getting, Lori?
You know how Johnny was saying how we had to update our cards for current, things. This is my internet card because when you have the world in your hand, when you have your phone in your hand or your iPad in your hand.
It's a great internet card. Yeah.
Thank you. So I think she saw some things there. I think she saw maybe some mail, some things there. I also think she's going to talk about fights where they were trying to silence people and maybe even people overseas or something that had to do with overseas. I also think she's going to tell about that she felt like she couldn't do anything. And also something big hit me is something about how they were talking about Mike Pence and the Gallo thing, I think, and then nobody was doing anything. So something's going to come up about that structure, perhaps.
Yeah, I get it. It's not going to be anything we haven't already heard, but she'll put a little bit more of a different perspective on things that we've already heard. So she'll put her own personal perspective on some things that we already knew, that sneaking around and trying to fix the election and take power, take control. There's something about when he wanted to go to the Capitol, and how they had to temper him down, Secret Service. There's something about the strength of his supporters. So that, like the weapons or something, maybe. The knowledge about the weapons that they carried. And then just trying to burden the crap out of the government to resist the change. And there's something, I think, that was said about judgment on Joe Biden. So I think there's something else she may say that she heard Trump say about Biden. Okay, final question.
Okay.
Ona and Lori asked for it. What's Ona's stripper name and what's Lori's stripper name, Johnny?
I'll tell you what my old stripper name was. I was a young stripper. And that was take your middle name and the street you grew up on. So that would be Angela Montclair. I thought that was the coolest ever.
Nice.
Yeah. What's my new stripper name now that I'm an old stripper?
Let's see.
Seasoned.
And y'all can read on each other's stripper names if you like.
I'm going to do these. This is going to be insulting if I do.
I'm going with Johnny's deck.
Oh, let's see.
I can only imagine because it's going to be like, it's got to have some truth to it, right? So,
Well, it's funny you say that because I have the sword of truth on the bottom here. So,
Throw cards at me.
oh, this is appropriate for Ona. You know, the queen of gardening. He's the harvest surprise.
ooh.
What you got popping up in your garden?
Always have a surprise coming. We can
Full
do
harvest
ring
surprise.
toss. That's a surprise stripper thing. You know, I could toss it and see if it lands. And I wore this.
Why so silent, Johnny? You're going through the whole deck
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
find a good one.
Make yours into a sentence that makes any sense.
I gotta shuffle because Lori's name isn't making sense to me.
Me either, because she's too wholesome for this type of thing.
No.
No, we're gonna come up with a name.
Scorpio.
Oh Lord, we want positive change, not this kind.
The positive.
I found that picture. That's
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
You got it posted on your community page. Whose community page was that posted on?
Oh, my
that's on
goodness.
Facebook. It
Oh,
comes
that's
from, there's the
crazy.
name, Mike Thompson Cartoons.
That is so. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Lindell has lost all his money defending Donald Trump. Anyway, for Ona, I got Swamp Sprout.
Now that I'm an old stripper, I swamp sprout.
Swamp.
Swamp sprout.
Like I say, okay, a bold lip and a nice camel toe pants. So it's good. But
And for Lori, the world of naked man.
The world of naked man.
The world of naked man. That's not. If you're in a strip club and you think
Okay.
you're going to see some woman come out and strip and that's your name, they're all leaving. It's like,
World of naked man. Okay.
naked man.
Naked man. World of naked
Wow.
man.
Mhm.
wow.
Okay.
I'm getting something because I'm getting the same cards again, like dirty talking three-way.
Okay.
It's something about talking, messaging, talking. I keep getting all the talking cards, like dirty talking, or, you know.
Okay.
We'll say
It's like my seductive horn blower.
the sneaky queen. We'll say
What?
the sneaky queen instead of the world of naked man.
The sneaky queen.
The sneaky queen.
Okay.
Ooh, Lori.
Okay.
The queen of sunflowers.
I'll go for that. The sneaky queen.
Well, Ona and Lori, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys so much.
Always fun reading with both of you. Johnny, tell Edie I miss her already, and big bear hug to you. Big bear hug to
Thanks for having us.
back in
Jen.
the chat. And we will be on Johnny's channel next Sunday.
Mhm.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.